It's winter time at Vidyuu Studios, and yeah, we got the snow, and I'd like to show you how we did it. We have two scripts. We have the starfield generator and the snow generator. So let's go ahead and stop the world. This is kind of important when you're working on this. So we go to our script tab, hit stop, and reset to stop the world. And then over here, if we go up in the sky, when we look down, you can see these are all of the star fields. And so normally what we do with these is we use it to create stars, but since this is happening during the day in the studio now, we wanted to use these stars to create snow. So if we open up this one here, I've saved a copy of my star field and I just made it invisible, but you can see we just basically shaped it in a circle to make stars. Go ahead and turn that off now. Now we're using them to just waft down. To really quickly walk you through our starfield generator, I mean, you could technically type this out, but I just love how easy this is. We have a list of stars, which is a string list. We have per line, we have star, so this represents what a star is, which is a period and a tab. We have star spacing, which is how many tabs between stars. We have 3x tabs, which is kind of just spacing it out even more. And then we have display me, which is what gets displayed on the text object. Please note, once we've created the text object, we remove this script, so it's only generated one time. And we can actually regenerate it a couple times until you get the field that you like. So when world is started, we send myEvent to self. When myEvent is received, we set per line to empty, so we empty the string. Then we do a while loop, which says while the length of per line is less than 30. So this is going to run until per line is a string at the length of 30. We then say random integer between 0 and star spacing. And if it's less than 2, so remember we had star spacing set to 5. So there is a 2 out of 5 chance, a 40% chance that we're going to get a star. And if we do, we set per line to per line plus star. So we add the star to it. But no matter what, even if this if statement isn't true, we still set per line to per line plus 3 tabs. So no matter what, we're adding 3 tabs, but 40% of the time we're going to add a star to that. Now, once the length is 30, we then add per line to the stars list. Now we've added another string to this list of strings. And then we say, if the length of the stars is less than 30, we're going to send myEvent to self after 0 seconds. So we're going to run this as fast as we can, adding additional strings to this list until if the length of the stars is greater than or equal to 30, we then display it on self. So what you're going to see here is we're making a square. So we're counting 30 across and 30 lines down. And that is how we create our star field. Now that we've displayed it, we have our star field. Now, as it's going and it's building, we do have this really special trick here, which is display per line on self and debug print the length of stars, because this does take a while to load. So you kind of want to know where is it at, what's going on. So this allows you to view in your scripting panel how long are the stars list, and you can see the current stars. Now, when display is received, we set display to display plus get item 0 from the stars list. We set display me to display me plus a break. So we're going to add breaks between each of these lines. We then remove item 0 from the stars list, and then we display me on self, debug printing the length of the stars. So now this is going to count downwards. So now that we've got the list to 30, we're now going to remove one item at a time, adding it to this display me string. And then we're debug printing. So once again, you can see kind of where's the progress. It's kind of like a progress bar. And then if the length of the star list is greater than 0, we'll continue sending display to self until it reaches 0, at which point it has completed displaying everything. So that is how the starfield generator works. Absolutely fabulous. I need to isolate this as an asset that I can give away because I love this starfield generator. It is super duper powerful. So yeah, if you guys want a copy, leave a comment and I will go spend some time isolating this into a separate world. All right, you ready to learn how to do the snow? Well, quick break, stop, hit the like button, hit subscribe. You guys, we are so close to 1,000. Thank you all so much for being a part of the Vidyuu team and family. We love having you guys here. Now let's talk snow. Our snow generator is simply going to take the original position in rotation and slowly move these star fields downwards to represent snow falling. We're also going to add a light amount of rotation. So the first thing we need to do is create some variables. We need the time of descent, which isn't a variable we set, but you'll see how we set it inside of the script. We have origin rotation and origin position. So all of these, we don't actually type anything in the variables tab. We'll be typing these in via our script. So over here, when world is started, we set origin position to the position of self, origin rotation to the rotation of self. We then send myEvent to self with a random integer between 1 and 30. This prevents the stars from all falling at the same time and gives a little bit of delay between the two at the start of the world. We then send rotation loop to self after 10 seconds. Please note, for the first minute, it's kind of getting its groove on. And after a minute, that's when you start to see the really good snow falling. And most of the time, it takes about 30 seconds to load into a world. Therefore, it's usually pretty close to being solid as soon as people arrive. And even if it's not, it's kind of like the light snow falling. So wouldn't worry too much about that. Now, rotation loop is a loop that runs every 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds, the rotation loop sends rotate self by a new rotation from XYZ with random integer between -10 and +10. If you're not familiar with this, head to your operators tab. You're going to find under your vectors, we have new rotation from XYZ. And if you scroll up a little bit, you'll find random number. And that is what's going to allow us to create a new rotation. And we rotate by over time. And the time is also 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds, we change direction, kind of creating that wafting effect. Now, when my event is received, this is what creates the descent. So we set time of descent to be a random integer between 40 and 90 seconds. We then move self to origin position, rotate self to origin rotation, move self to -105 over time of descent. So this is the position we want all of the snow to fall to. And then we send my event to self with time of descent delay. And so every time between 40 and 90 seconds, this is going to loop and cause it to go back to the top and slowly fall down again. This is incredible. You guys, this is so awesome. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please help us reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. We're so very excited, and we will see you in Horizon. Bye. So take a look, enjoy. This is fabulous. It is fun. I could literally watch this. I could watch this for a very long time. It's just like real snow. I mean, except for the flakes. I mean, look how big this flake is. I just want to catch it. I'm going to catch it. And it's gone. Bye.